Currently, I am closing in on 500 subs and 2,000 watch time hours, and and all of this within 9 months. And in those 9 months, I did most of the stuff you do with YouTube wrong. I'm almost halfway to the monetization point. So if you want to know how I got here and what I did, then this is the video for you. When I say wrong, I mean wrong, as in not following the advice of like the multitude of YouTubers out there that tell you to do all these different things to be monetized, to have rapid growth, and all of the different advice that these people are giving you. I've been doing all of that wrong, partially on purpose and also partially because I haven't really had the time to do it right. And still I am closing in on that halfway milestone for being monetized. Just 11 or 12 subs away from reaching 500 subs and 300 watch time hours away from reaching the halfway point of the 4,000 watch time hours you need to monetize on YouTube. So how on earth did I do that? And breaking most of the rules, and not really caring about whatever happened to my videos. The actual answer to that, I think, is pretty simple. But to get to that answer, we have to go through some of the things I've done wrong to understand why this simple answer is the simple answer. Believe me, it makes sense when you get to the end. Having watched through all the rest of the stuff here, it will make sense. If you just skip to the end, it's going to be just another piece of YouTuber advice on adding this or doing that. That isn't going to make any sense. All the things I did and how I did them and what I did wrong and why that worked even though I did it wrong. That is the real story, and that is the real reason why this has worked for me. So am I saying that all of these YouTubers are wrong? Well, not really, but they're not really right either. It's not that you have to do these things that they tell you. And I'm the living proof. That's why I'm here talking to you, making this video. I'm below 500 subs, but I'm closing in on that number. And there are so many videos out there about people making or telling stories about how they're successful or having success on YouTube with less than 500 subscribers and all that kind of stuff. This is not one of those videos. I'm halfway to 500, or I'm halfway to monetization, and it's not stopping. The views and the subs are coming in still after 9 months. So what have I been doing wrong? Well, let's start with the front page or the channel page. YouTubers tell you to make a banner that's on point with the topics you're talking about, your niche, whatever. Put in a proper banner there. I have a banner with a picture of 2 hot dogs. I like hot dogs. I had a picture of 2 hot dogs in one of those aluminum trays, so I just put it there as a banner, and it's been there for over a year now. My profile picture is a 20 or 25-year-old picture of me fist bumping the camera with a turntable ring, smoking a cigarette, which I did at the time. And that's the profile picture. You can't even see my face. It's blurred out because the ring and the hand is in focus. It's a mess. I have a biography or description on the channel, which after a while I wrote a proper description, but for almost 6 months it was just some random words or a sentence or two saying something about DIY and video and something like that. So none of that is in order. None of that is the way it should be based on the advice that most growth advisors on YouTube tell you to. So that can't be the reason why I'm now, after 9-ish months, closing in on the halfway point to monetization. But it doesn't compute. It has nothing to do with the thing. But it does play an important role, and we'll get back to that later on when we look at the main reason why I'm where I'm at. So what could be the thing that actually makes this happen? Could it be consistency? Only if being consistently inconsistent is the thing to do on YouTube. I made like two and a half, like a tiny video and two proper videos, one much longer. The first one on a key light, how I built my own key light, a DIY key light for filming videos because I wanted to do that. That video came about because I just took the camera, started filming, and built the whole thing and commented along, and then just decided that, hey, I can edit this and make a video from it. So let's do that. And then 3 months, nothing. That was in October, I think, last year. Or no, that was around Christmas or New Year's or something like that. I did those 2 or 2.5 videos, and nothing for 3 months. Then I made a video about the DJI Mic 2. Let me just double check. After 3 months, I decided that, okay, I'm gonna make some videos, proper videos. Not really sure why I wanted to make the videos. I just wanted to make some videos and see what happened. And because I was making or thinking about making DIY videos where I move around and need a microphone close to me, I decided to go out and buy the DJI Mic 2 that came out that exact same day. A lot of YouTubers made videos about that mic. I bought it after having watched some of those videos and looking at like DJI's advertising and stuff, and discovered some problems with the DJI Mic 2. So I made a video and published that same day. That video is now more than 10,000 views. And I think it's around 600 watch time hours from that one video alone. But consistency, because I made that video, I made another video, and then, let me just check. That was like 9 months ago. And then 2 months before I made my next video. So 2 videos, 3 months, 1 video, that did really well. If I had half a brain, I would have made at least 1 or 2 follow-ups on the same topic. But no, I waited 2 months before I made my next video, which had nothing to do with microphones at all. It was about cleaning up a messy workspace, like my studio here. Consistency is clearly not the reason why I am where I am and closing in on that halfway point. There has been months and weeks between my videos. Sometimes I've had a strike of 2 or 3 videos, like 3 weeks in a row, and then nothing for 2 weeks, maybe a short, going on a creator meet with Teppo Hapoya, and then making a short from that, a small video, nothing, 2 weeks. No consistency at all. And that does not just limit itself to the video output. No. Look at the thumbnails and audio quality and lots of other stuff with my videos, lighting, like the intro, which was with the key light and the lights off, and now I'm just in the room with all the lights on. There is no consistency. It is not part of why I am where I am right now. Could it be like production value? I mean, come on. You've seen like just the start of this video and here. Well, I do have production values, but they're probably not what most people would be looking for, and especially not what YouTube growth advisors will call, is this even straight? No, it's not. There we go. Okay, so now it's straight-ish, yeah. So production values in general, I've built my own key light from cardboard and aluminum foil. My camera is currently mounted on a cardboard cage with a microphone stuck on top. Yes, I do have some production values. I do have a proper mic, which I bought a long time ago. It's not a really great mic, but it works fine. And as long as I have the same distance from the microphone, the audio comes out pretty good. But production values, that's not the reason why things have gone the way they have and why I'm where I'm at. Despite these things, they still watch. So what could that be? Now, another area where growth advisors talk very highly about finding your niche is really important. And well, DIY camera gear startup YouTube channel, is that even a niche? I mean, it's a segment. It's a topic. but it's not really a niche. I mean, I'm not a camera YouTuber. I'm not a YouTube growth advisor YouTuber. I have no niche. I made a video about how to fix the holder thing for shower head. And following that, I made a video about how to adjust audio coming from the DJI Mic 2 using, EQ and compressors and stuff like that. I made one video about my friend who makes toilet paper skulls. That was the second or third video. I made videos about cleaning up in this place. I'm working on some other videos. I'm going to do a follow-up to my DaVinci Resolve speed editor video on how to edit efficiently with the speed editor and why I love it so much. And I promise it's coming. It's been coming for 9 months, but it's coming. Now come Christmas, extra time, it's coming. But niche, no. Niche has nothing to do with it other than it's niche adjacent what I do, but there's no real niche. The content is all over the place. If it hasn't got anything to do with those things, even though they kind of do, but we're getting back to that once we've gone through the other points I'm making. Scripting and editing, like the post or pre-production and post-production. It has to be something with that, right? Because I'm spending lots of time writing my scripts out, rehearsing and all. No. See this? This is like one of 3 sheets written with a Sharpie on a red piece of paper. That's kind of hard to read at a distance. It's and sometimes I don't even have that. Sometimes it's just off the cuff and it's hell to edit afterwards because there's no rhyme or reason and I just have to piece something together for a 5 or 10 minute video. Of course, before filming, I might have thought through some of the points I'm talking about, but as soon as I start recording, I keep forgetting half of it. This time I actually took 20 minutes to write stuff down on paper so I could at least try to have some kind of cohesive presentation. Am I recording? Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. Since I'm filming on my phone, actually that reminded me of a point I haven't written down at all, which I'm getting to. But yeah, I'm using a mirror to see the screen on my phone, which I'm using to film. So that whole thing. And sometimes the music has been too loud, editing has been choppy and just constructed from pieces trying to make something slightly cohesive out of it. Scripting and editing does not have is not one of the major reasons for me being close to the halfway milestone for monetization. It clearly isn't. And my next point, gear. My videos has to be filmed with like proper gear and all. I'm using a phone. I have a Rode VideoMic Go 2. I have my phone. I'm using a mirror as a monitor to see if I'm in frame, which I am. Right now, I forgot to adjust the white balance as well. So clearly, I have an iPhone 16. No, I have an iPhone 15 Pro Max, which I bought because my initial phone, which I started making the first 2 videos on, was an iPhone X. And that wouldn't upgrade to the latest iOS, which meant that I wouldn't be able to get the Blackmagic camera app, which I'm using to film. So after 2.5, 3 videos, I had to buy a new phone. And since you could do like ProRes and all that kind of stuff with a 15, I spent all my savings on that, which I'm kind of grateful for because I made like 15 videos on this and I have filmed 5 more videos. I'm working on that. Well, I'm rambling. This is why I should have a script. Anyway, gear. Yes, no. Gear is not the reason why these videos have done so well. Although a couple of the videos that have hit the 10K mark in terms of views, another one is closing in on 6.5. That's about the DaVinci Resolve speed editor. And the third one, a follow-up to the DJI Mic 2 video, also is closing in on, I think, 6,000 views. And we're closing in on something that might have something to do with why I've managed to grow a channel in less than a year and are not that far away from monetization. A long way, but not that long. My delivery, my presence on camera. I'm not even an English-speaking person, or sorry, yeah. My native language is not English. Sometimes I stumble, I forget phrases, I say weird things, I eat words, and sometimes I don't make any sense at all. At the same time, I do know I have a pronunciation that is closer to American, except for when I'm speaking British. But yeah, no, it's this comes from working like in the internet industry back in the 2000s and working in New York and London and speaking a lot of English since I was 10, maybe. I started reading English books and watching a lot of movies, of course. But yeah, I've been speaking English my whole life. So this is just why. Or I think that made sense. Referral to whatever I said previously about, not making sense. But sometimes I have to stop and think, and my brain works slightly slower, and I forget words and phrases and like all that kind of stuff. So my delivery, I mean, I've been doing talks, and I'm not afraid to talk to the camera. Yes, I know how to present something, especially if I actually know what I'm talking about, which I kind of don't right now, but you get the point. But still, no, I don't think that is the reason. Because some of these videos, I mean, one of the videos, I wrote a script and tried to read it, hanging it next to the camera, and then reading, like, casually glancing over on the piece of paper, trying to get sort of a more organized delivery of the content. That did not go well. I mean, the video is up because I made it, because it took a lot of time. But, oh, that delivery is bad. It is really bad. But yeah, no. Delivery is not the reason. Also, sometimes I get really just, what's the word? Derailed. I'm getting derailed and talking about something else. And let's get back to the whole thing. So, delivery, probably not. So, delivery, maybe a little, but nah. It's not the reason why I keep growing. So if it's none of those things, how on earth have I managed to close in on the halfway point for monetization while breaking all the rules, everything that people tell you to do, to stay on point, be consistent, high production values? Yes, you can use your phone and all that kind of stuff, but try to find a proper spot to film, all that kind of stuff. Nothing has been done by the book. And yeah, I hate to admit it, but pure luck. Plain and simple, pure luck. I just lucked out on creating that one video about the DJI Mic 2 at exactly the right point, and including some information that almost nobody at the time was talking about, especially not the paid YouTubers that didn't review the product, but just made these presentation videos or presenting the product that they got for free while I had to pay for it. I, on the other hand, paid for the product, and it didn't do exactly what I was thinking it was going to do, because they advertised with it being able to connect directly to your phone via Bluetooth. And yeah, it did. But the audio quality was really bad. You couldn't do a backup recording while doing that for some reason. I think maybe some patents or something. But they have never come out and said why. You just can't. So yeah, I made that video pointing out these things and got a lot of responses from people, and not just in the days and weeks after the release, but up until now, people comment saying, I wish I saw this video before I bought the product. Thank you for this and that. And it's helpful. But I made that video, got 70 watch time hours in like a day during the first like 24 to 48 hours. It peaked like crazy, and then of course went down a little bit because a lot of other videos about DJI mics came out, but it kept going at a quite good rate. Like there was a lot of views for a while, and then it trickled down, or then it just sort of tapered down, but it kept going, and it's going to this day. I still get views on that video every month, and a certain amount of views. I don't remember exactly how much. But I lucked out on that. And then when I did the follow-up video, and I did the a little while, like 2 or 3 or 4 months later, since I didn't make a video for 2 months after that peaked, because I was like, well, I don't have time. But then I made the video about the DaVinci Resolve speed editor. That also got some views, closing in on 6.7K, I think, right now. So yeah, I lucked out. Now, if you're still here after hearing that, I'm guessing some people left because they've been watching this whole video, and my answer is I lucked out. Let's talk some real, like you and me. The reason why these videos, apart from them being gear videos, because gear, especially filming and audio gear, is a huge market on YouTube, right? So making these videos, yes, it was lucky that I made those. But the real reason why those videos have done so well and why I've kept getting subs and growing watch time hours is value. And that's the real takeaway from this video. If you're thinking about starting YouTube, if you've started but you're frustrated, you're not getting views, any reason at all. Now, despite me screwing up everything else and not really doing anything else by the book, because I provided value, not just in those videos, but in all the other videos I've made as well. Now, in total, I have maybe 19, I think it's 19 videos. 3 of those are 70 or 80% of my watch time hours. Still going strong. But those other videos, those 16 other videos, also provide me with watch time hours and subs. All of them. And for each and every video, the one thing that I have been consistent with, I have been consistently putting value into my videos. And not only that, even though my thumbnails might not be like high value or now high production values, and the titles are not Shakespeare, I make sure that the value that I bring in the videos come across in the title and the thumbnail. It might be a crappy photo, but the value, either through teasing or hinting at something, there's some value watching the video. Clicking on the thumbnail, clicking on the video after reading the title, you will get some value regarding what the thumbnail is about and what the title is saying. And that value, that is the one important thing that makes all the other stuff nothing. It's not irrelevant. Because if I had spent time working on all of those other things, I would probably have had rapider growth or more rapid growth. But despite ignoring or fumbling with all of that other stuff, because I've provided value in my videos, people have been watching and subscribing. And it has made my channel grow despite all the other crap. So that one lesson, that one piece of valuable information I can give you is if you keep focusing on adding value in your videos, value up front, add more value as the video goes along, you will grow. There will be growth on your channel. You will get subscribers. You will get watch time. Make sure that you add some kind of value. It can be entertainment, instructions, information. It doesn't really matter. Making the value visible up front through your thumbnails and titles, that's enough. All the other stuff doesn't matter. So there we have it. Yes, partially luck, partially being in the right place, right time, making the right video, but also bringing value. Now, if I brought you any value, let me know by clicking the like button. And if you want to see how fast I can get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, you might want to consider subscribing so you can follow along and see how this journey goes. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe this is where I end the whole thing. Maybe this is where everything dies. I don't know. But if you got any value, let me know. leave it in the comments. And also, up here, I'm going to link the playlist for all my other videos. If you watch through all of those about making a YouTube studio, the whole playlist, it will make all the examples and information I provided in this video make more sense. So click that, watch through those videos, come back here and let me know if you think that anything of the stuff I said about all the other things you don't have to think about, which I not thought about and didn't really do that much about, do that and let me know. That's all I had, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one, at least if you remember to subscribe.